What's up guys, your boy Scion, and I'm back and I'm actually going to show you guys the Warframe raid. I did it earlier today with Mogamu and friends, and these are the people who are basically in the raid, and I'm basically going to talk to you about it while we watch everything. Now stage 1, you pretty much have to blow up injectors, 4 of them, and the whole thing about it is that all you really need to do is have enough people who can survive. So we actually chose 2 Valkyrs, and the Valkyrs basically stay immune the whole time. So we had duration Valkyrs, we had a Trinity, we had a Frost, as you see, the snow globe, we had a Loki, and I believe I think we had a second Valkyr, but everything else after that, oh, we had a Nova as well. So everything else is that you can kind of like figure it out on your own if you want to, but you really definitely want to have 2 Valkyrs just in case something bad happens. If you're badass and you don't need it, you kill everything in sight, hey, no problem. If you have enough CC and you kill everything in sight, and then say like a Nova or a Loki, just to keep them stunned and then they can't shoot at you, then you know, all power to you, because you're just a man or female. So as you can see right here, you know, you just needed somebody to pick up the battery and have the platform clear to run over and deliver the battery to the injector and then blow the injector up. Now be aware that you're going to need to have a good energy pool, or you're going to have to drop it and somebody else is going to have to pick it up for you, which is not that big of a problem. This whole section is not that big of a problem as long as you see you have the Nova going on with the Nova molecular going on, and just to slow everything down. You get a slow Nova is just proper for all this. And again, you see basically what I'm doing. My job was basically to make sure everybody stays alive, so that means I can't die, and kill things where I can. I don't have to, but it's definitely within our best interest to get the kill out of the way and just make sure that everything goes properly. So as you see here, you know, we're pretty much going to wrap this up and kill this injector. And just I want to talk a little bit about this whole raid thing, and just that be aware that you can go full DPS if you want to, but somebody has to save you if you do that. So definitely try to get the builds out there, or the Warframes out there that can actually take a little bit of a hit. If you're not going to go with 2 Valkyrs, make sure you have proper CC to take down everything, that or stop everything from coming to hit you. Like if they can't move and then they can't fire with the Loki disarm, then you know you're good to go. You don't really have to worry about it. You see we have Fait, who's a pretty good Nova, and she has a big energy pool right there, so she picked the item just to run it over there so we can blow up the last injector. And we're just gonna run up here and try to save these guys. They went down for whatever reason, but it's all good because we got 2 Valks. Actually we got 3 Valks, so life is good, life is great. So everybody's up, and you see basically that we're working towards getting this last injector down, and there it is, injector vulnerable, and it's pretty much going to get blown. And you're going to see Vahek be all dramatic, as he always is, because he's just Vahek and he just likes to talk too damn much. You know, usually the bad guy, whenever they talk too much, they go down pretty fast, but Vahek is just like that. So this is just the stage 1. Stage 1 is a little bit of teamwork, a little bit of teamwork synergy, having frames that all work together. You're definitely going to need raid call or ventrilo or something TeamSpeak to get this done. You're not just going to be able to just do this in normal raid type stuff. So pretty much see what this is what I had. I took the Telos Akboto in here just so I could see how much I would level actually going through this. So now we have stage 2, which is infiltration and escort. So infiltration pretty much is we have to go in, and I know some of you guys probably seen it in the stream that the DE team did. Pretty much you have to go in and solve a little puzzle. Now what goes on in this puzzle is pretty simple. You look up there on the big screen, and you have to figure out what on the big screen, when it pops up right now, like where these particular symbols are to the relative on the map. And usually what we did is we had a right side and we have a left side. We had 1 Valkyr on the left, 1 Valkyr on the right. I was the Valkyr on the right, and my job was if anybody had been knocked down or pulled by the scorpions, then I would come get them and save them, pretty much because I'm invincible, and just keep everything in order. Of course people are going to shoot and fire and keep their CCs out. This is pretty good with the Nova and the Loki are going to shine particularly well, because you're going to basically have things that are going to be slowed and then they can't fire. So again, my job is again to, just run around, kill things when I can to help out the particular Warframes who need help, and then try to find what the next part of the puzzle is, which is pretty much what we did, and it went relatively well. This was our first time actually going through this and doing this, and we ended up taking it out in an hour and change. So this is me. I was the final one to do it, and of course, because I failed and just made ciphers for the totally wrong faction, I had to do this by hand, which you can see it's not really that big a deal. I can hang with it. So I was the last one to come and do my part because we made it so that the Valkyries are the last because they're invincible and they can handle running around. So I was the last one to come and finish the puzzle, and that's pretty much what you're gonna see right now. Now again, this is just stage. This is part 1 of stage 2, and again, it took a little bit of teamwork, just a little bit of patience to figure out where everything was. But it's not nothing too hard that you guys should ever be worried about. Like the Earth, you just need a little bit of teamwork. You see, like the mob is standing right there. Mob can't really do anything, and they're just slow. They can't fire, so all they can really do is melee and run slow at us. And that's just like, you don't even technically have to kill anything. You can just leave it like that. So now you have step 2 of stage 2, which is the escort, where we have to basically defend and escort this Fomorian power reactor and send it to Lotus so Lotus can do her little cryptic thing and be like, yeah, like this is what I do, and like I'm gonna look at this and we're gonna go find stuff, and never tell us a damn thing except just, hey, you need to go over here and kill this, because it's just what Lotus. So you see, I threw out a shield osprey just for fun, just in case it can, just save somebody. It doesn't matter, it can't hurt. You can throw it out. So I went my invincible. And for this part, what you have to do is you had 2 people have to find the, pretty much the platforms and stand on the platforms to keep getting the door open, and while we stand under the Fomorian thing to actually get the power core moving. Now this part could be a little bit daunting because it could take a lot of damage if you don't pretty much have like maybe like a limbo or a frost to protect it, or you can even maybe even throw out like a Nyx, or there's various ways to do it, but you definitely want to keep it moving as fast as possible. Keep them slowed. A Nova and a Loki once again is invaluable because what can they do? They can't do anything. You can just keep it moving and not take much damage. I'm not too sure why we were taking more damage than we should, but we eventually got through this, so it is what it is. But again, it's about team synergy. These raids, I can't say enough how much fun it is. We actually wanted to keep going and do it again, but then we found out about the lockout, and then we had people who couldn't actually keep going. So it was at a point where we just need to stop, and we'll do it again later. And you pretty much can do it once every 24 hours, but you can do it again if you want to for the credits, which I'm assuming people do because they nerf our credits from Shichura. Yeah, about that, but whatever. So as you can see right here, I was basically trying to kill the Grustag, which pretty much didn't do much of anything. Just stood there and got raffle stomped by me. And we got to the end right here, which is basically the platform right there, and then it's going to get picked up. Vahek is going to talk his junk. And here comes a Lisette to come get it. And yay, we're done with stage 2, part 2. Where we're going to move on to stage 3, where the fun starts to begin. So again, more teamwork, more fun, coordination, just again, talk to each other, make sure that everybody knows where everybody's at, have the proper frames, and you can definitely get through this. It's really not hard at all. So now we're going to move on to stage 3, which is basically exterminating Vahek. So what you want to do for this is Vahek is going to be in an area. He's going to come out, try to be all dramatic with his little mech or whatever else he wants to call this thing right here. And what you have to do is he has these platforms, and on those platforms they have doors. You have to get the doors open and then get the stacks in there to blow up on him, which damages him. It's the only way you can damage him initially. And you pretty much have to have everybody else survive it. So again, my job is to just run around, kill stuff, make sure everybody survives as much as that possible. You really don't have to kill anything, but just say if the person, like the people CCing are down, or just nobody to just do chain CC, then you can just do it that way, because you technically really don't have to kill any of the guys. You can just keep them permanently CC'd and they can't really do much of anything. So I was just running around killing them anyway. Anybody who was in the way, anybody who tried to damage anybody, and make sure everybody else was alive. So at this point, it's kind of really over. To be honest with you, this is like the easiest part in my opinion, because as long as you have proper CC, like I keep reiterating, that this part is simple. You throw up bubbles if you can, like you see right there, the frost bubble over there, that's to protect them. And it's just like, as long as you have good team synergy, it's just, you can do it all. So pretty much wrapping this up, I'll just tell you how I feel about the whole thing. Now at this point, I like this. The game needs more stuff like this. The game needs a point where you just want to come in, you want to have fun. This doesn't take too long. There's people who are doing it like in 14, 15 minutes now. Power to them. I'll give them a clap and everything like that. And it's good for guilds and clans and just to get together and get good loot. Some good loot. Not all the loot that I looked at the loot table is worth this. Some of them I'm like, yeah, even if it's additive and you can just keep stacking on top of each other, it's just not great. And hopefully that'll be addressed in the future. There's a few things that's definitely good, like there's the pistol headshot one. No, actually, I'm sorry, the rifle headshot one. We actually got the pistol one for this one. I actually like that, and I'm gonna actually put that on my Cyan. So the Cyan, and the reason why I'm putting on a Cyan and not an actual helmet is because when you put on a particular Warframe helmet, then it's stuck on that particular Warframe. So if you have if you want to put like a pistol one on like Mesa, on Mesa's helmet, then it's stuck being on Mesa's helmet. You can't use it on the Warframe. Now that's good. At the end of the day, you want to do that eventually, but yeah. So pretty much right here, he's pretty much on fire after you do all that, and he'll end up going into the middle, and we pretty much took him down. It does after he gets on fire and comes down, it's pretty much a wrap after that. He becomes a bullet sponge, and it's over in the wrap. So pretty much it's me just running around killing stuff, and I don't really have to, but I'm just killing it because I'm like, yeah, rage, it's over, we kicked ass, yeah, I'm gonna go over here and kick your ass too. But they ain't gonna let me, because it's just gonna be like, yeah, but you finished the mission, so get out of here. So on to what we got. See, I got the Arcane Awakening, and that's pretty much the pistol one, which I'm gonna show you right. So pretty much the OBS didn't want to record me actually making the arcane item, but it's fine because all it really was pistol gives the extra percentage of damage after 2 seconds when you reload, and I'm hoping that's going to be additive and it goes up to 4 seconds or something like that. But also keep in mind you want to put this stuff on something like a Cyan and not a helmet, because the helmet stays on a particular Warframe and the Cyan can go to any Warframe. Just keep that in mind. Like if you just want something universal, it's definitely more useful to you to do it that way. But other than that, that's about it. So I got to tell you guys, definitely watch Mogamu's channel, watch Fate's channel, and watch Psiber's channel. Their links are going to be in the description. They were all guests in this raid along with myself, and it was hosted by Mogamu himself. So definitely, give him a shout out because it was pretty good, and we did it in 1 hour for the first time. So other than that, you guys be legendary, and I will catch you later. Peace. Thank you for watching the latest video on the channel. If you enjoyed what you've seen here, please like, share, and subscribe. You can also click the bottom left there and follow the latest MMO show. You guys be legendary, and I will see you next video. Peace.